show?
I think it was touching the right chords. It was right touch. You know, the intent was to empower interior India, to get entrepreneurs from those areas and show the world what we have in store. The format of the show itself. Yes, there are founders, there are tycoons, investors, but there's also a market.
Yeah.
So if the tycoons somewhere believe that you are not ready, the market believes that you have the strength, your product has the strength, then we will back you from a debt perspective. So it's equity, it's debt, it's overall hand-holding, mentoring, making sure that the end user gets a product that is not only from a quality perspective brilliant, but from a mentorship perspective and management perspective, something that you can believe in and depend on. So I think it's just far too complete. It just fell into place. And then after the show, I can very well say the beauty is the people in front of the camera, the people behind the camera, is just that it's worked out brilliantly.
Okay. And coming to you, Ankur, now, of course, the business landscape of India has largely changed in the past decade because of the technology, the rise of internet, AI and everything. But when, let's say, suppose a new person comes with their own idea, how they would position their product into the market, their product or idea or their services. What is it that you personally look into the product, into their ideology and their drive to get into the market and then move out from there? How do you plan to do that?
We have tried to simplify this. To begin with, we want to look at great startups, or we should say good startups run by great founders, available at reasonable valuation. So that's where the brain part comes in, right? And then we take a step back and we try to understand what problem the founder is solving, and more importantly, why the founder is solving that problem. Because if he or she is trying to solve that problem purely from a monetary point of view, every startup will have their rise and fall, and that the first sign of fall, the founder will run away. But if there is a deeper reason for why the founder is trying to solve that problem is a problem they experienced individually or as a community or as a citizen, right? If the why is deep, then that problem is worth solving. And if the problem is worth solving, then somebody will pay for it, right? So those are the things that we try to, इसके पीछे आप complicated formulas भी लगा सकते हैं, but at the end of the day, fundamentally because we invest at IPV, early stage, ठीक है, कभी-कभी हम invest करते हैं जब founder के पास सिर्फ idea होता है, right? हम उस stage पे founders को invest करते हैं, so उस time पे ये assessments बहुत important होती हैं, right? And then to give them that support during that journey, that is what Suniel Shetty sir was talking about, that it is not just about funding, it is about the ecosystem support that a founder will need pre-investment and post-investment. And that is what I think this show is bringing together, right? And that is the journey you will track. That has been the due diligence or the selection process. So I think that is why I'm very excited about being a part of this show. I frankly had no idea what I'm getting into. Partly the attraction was Suniel Shetty sir, chalo aur kuch nahi to unse milne ko milega, right? And I knew that Velmani sir is coming, and I've never met Shanti before, so I was like, ye ho jayega. But having been on this show, I can truly say we have discovered some great startups. It's not joke. We have funded over 138 crore, sir, in this.
38.4 crores in investments.
So that's real money that have gone into the startups. We are very excited about the startups that have come. We are very excited about funding. We have written large checks. We have not shied away from writing large checks. We have written 12 crores in one startup alone. There is one startup which has taken 20 crores away. So a lot of that development has happened. I think 12 crores is the single largest check that has been done in the history of any of the television show. So very excited about this show.
Okay. And my next question is for Velmani sir. A lot of young people from Gen Z are also entering the startup ecosystem. Of course, they come with a different set of values. People from my generation, from the millennials, they look at world in a certain way. Their perspective towards the world, towards making money, or towards serving the society is completely different from my generation, from the previous generation. When you go on investing into a product, into an idea, how do you plan to tackle the mindset of the Gen Z, which might be very, for the lack of a better word, not very stable at times, because they might get overwhelmed because of the emotions and everything, market forces, market pressure. How do you plan to tackle that?
Yeah, the last 30 years, I consider 6 generations are there.
Yes.
Every 5 years, the generation keeps changing. And I started business when there was no computer, laptop available in this country. Today, 100 crore computers are there in the hands of the common man. So then it was different, now it is totally different. Having said that, there is nothing much changed in the generational mindset.
Okay.
The ecosystem in which they live is different. And in each ecosystem, there are some performers and there's a lot of non-performers. There are enough leaders, there will be enough followers, there should be enough entrepreneurs, and there should be enough employees. Everything remains the same. If you ask me what I have learned in this 10 days, 15 days of experience of being together, not all came for money. They came for thinking that if some of them can guide us, motivate us, mentor us, our scaling can be much faster. And they took specific names and they told, sir, I am there for you. So that's connecting. But having said that, I have a thesis to invest. First, it should be a scalable business. Very often people scale which should not be scaled. Because all business cannot be, should not be scaled. And then second, I'll insist for a focus. Is he solving this problem or he solving every problem? You can't solve all problems. You can solve this problem. Then I look at per crore investment, how many jobs can it be created? That means employment. Is the factory in Gurgaon or some other Gaon? So if it is a Gaon, I am for it because we believe that rural employment is more important, rural empowerment is more important. And I also see what percentage of employees are women. If more percentage is women, I believe I can put in my money there. So once I am sitting there, I look at these criteria and we all have found some of the entrepreneurs, no offer, 5 people. Some other guys go, all have given money, including the market. So Rulaya bhi, Asaya bhi, Roya bhi, Jitayenge bhi. So that's how I look at it.
And Shanti ma'am, coming to you, we were speaking about businesses solving problems, ideas solving problems, but there's one thing also in the business world, which is the creation of needs. Like if you have to sell your product, you have to create a particular need in the market, and then to leverage that void or to leverage that space or vacuum, you go all out with your business. How do you look at this philosophy of creating needs for a business to thrive?
So basically you're talking about category creators, right? Where you are actually going to go create the market, you're going to create awareness. See, those kind of companies, there are a lot of people trying to solve it, but eventually winners will be fewer. It's a much harder market to get into because you have to actually first build user awareness, then you have to build your product, then you have to market your product. And usually what happens is the first movers never win because they would have spent all their capital educating the market. Then the second player comes in and then takes over the market, right? And that is the fun of entrepreneurship, right? As an investor, honestly, while it is very interesting to say I'm going to back a category creator, it's a much more harder journey for the investor to follow through the journey with the founder. So I have invested in companies, some of them have failed, some of them are still to kind of become successful, but that's the journey of being an investor, right? So you are kind of following the journey of the founder, and if we win, we all win together. So I think it's fine.
So I think that's the strength of the show, the knowledge that and the background that the investors come from. Grounded, hardcore, great foundation.
Very diverse also.
Very diverse, and makes a big difference. And then comes the marketplace. The marketplace just adds to the entire show.
Perfect. And I wanted to ask few more
So,
questions.
you know, just to add to that,
Yeah.
you know, Bharat ke super founders could become the category creator of capital formation for Bharat to
Okay.
Bharat founders,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because we are actually creating a show which is not a show only for providing capital. And it is we are building an ecosystem.
yeah.
We are building an ecosystem and we are building a platform for that ecosystem. So when you ask me that question now that I think of it, we are actually trying to build that category in India.
True. Perfect. And for my last question, Sunil sir, फिल्में आपकी बहुत सारी हैं जो कि पूरी जनरेशन को पसंद है, मेरी जनरेशन को पसंद है. But since we are talking about business, there's this one film धड़कन. उसमें I was always fascinated with the backstory of Dev. कि एक साल में उन्होंने 500 करोड़ का बिजनेस कैसे बनाया? Did you?
वो चल के ना, फिटनेस इज द बिगेस्ट बिजनेस. वो अवेयरनेस तब लाया तो इसलिए आज इतने बड़ा बिजनेस हो गया. तो मैं चला, थका, गिरा, उठा, चला, थका. तो इसमें क्या थी ना, माइंड के लिए और फिटनेस के लिए बहुत ज्ञान था. तो कहीं ना कहीं
हमने सुनील शेट्टी सर से लर्न करा एंड वी हैव फंडेड लाइक यू नो सो मेनी फिटनेस स्टार्टअप्स.
देखिए
So we believe के इंडिया में like you know because that is one you know any business which can become a habit is a great business.
Yeah.
Fitness is a healthy habit. It's the only good habit.
Yeah.
बाकी सारे ना सेहत के लिए बुरे होते हैं. तो सर ने गिरा, उठा, चला, everything. It's important.
So mentally,
So he built the industry,
the health and wellness industry.
health and wellness industry.
Perfect. So
और
on,
मैंने बेचा तभी क्या था ना, वो टाइम पे टैक्स, इनकम टैक्स का बहुत प्रॉब्लम था, तो आई डिडंट डिस्क्लोज इट. अभी सबको मालूम था. Because now 500 crores is nothing. तभी
Yeah.
बहुत था.
correct.
That's why I decided I'll talk about it now.
Okay. Perfect. So with that we have reached the end of this conversation. If there's anything that I may have missed asking as a question or something that you would have loved to talk about, so please feel free.
I just want to add one point
Yeah,
here,
please.
saying that you know I think, I mean while it's fair to compare it with all other things which is happening, I think you have to look at this show as an ecosystem for entrepreneurship for Bharat.
Okay.
Right. So we have capital, we have mentorship. In the show, we have given both instruments. We have used debt and we have used equity, and we have also given grants. So Velu Mani sir has also given grants.
Okay.
And he has committed on the show to the founder, saying that I am with you till you go IPO. And this is a young company, and he is not going to commit to something on national television and then not do it. Right.
Yeah. True. Takes a
So I
lot.
think that is the path we want to create. That it is a pay forward show where we are actually giving mentorship, we are giving capital, and we are helping the founders build organization. So I just want you to keep
And
that in mind.
constantly been mentioning, all of us as a matter of fact, that the success of our show is these very founders coming on board the next season to show how we have helped them and how their journey
building
has
empire,
been.
Yeah.
You know, their growth is the success of our season 1.
Okay. Perfect.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
career building 40 years back was totally different.
Yeah.
Today
Yes.
it's totally different. Conducting marriages 40 years back, it was totally different. Today it's totally different. Entrepreneurship, similarly,
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
totally different. And it's the right time for us to get on and make people to understand this is the way.
Yes.
Perfect. So on that note, thank you so much, and I wish you all the best for Bharat Super Founders.